Welcome back to another Madden video in which we'll be covering a rematch of Super Bowl 55 between the Rams and the Bengals. It'll be the Matthew Stafford led Rams at Paycor Stadium taking on Joe Shiesty, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and the Bengals. Should be a fun matchup to watch. And after week 1, what do you guys think of the Bengals and the Rams? The Rams and Puka Nacua looked really good, while Joe Burrow continued his streak of not doing so hot against the Cleveland Browns. Let me know in the comments below, who do you guys think will win this matchup in week 3? Should be a fun one to watch. Here we got Matthew Stafford leading the charge for the Rams, and let's take a look at his stats from last year in which he got hurt. 206 out of 303 attempts, 2,087 yards, 10 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. And the Rams and Matthew Stafford are looking to bounce back from last year's results. The Bengals defense stopped the Rams at the 24-yard line, forcing them to have to settle for a field goal. And with that kick made, the Rams take a 3-0 lead over the Bengals here in the first quarter. Here we got Joe Burrow taking on his first drive, and let's take a look at his stats from last year. 414 out of 603 attempts, 475 yards, 35 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. How do you guys think Joe Burrow will do statistically this year? Do you think he'll be in MVP form or far from it? Let me know in the comments below, as the Bengals offense gets stopped on 3rd down and are forced on a 3-and-out. And on 1st and 10 for the Rams, Stafford has time in the pocket and releases it quickly, trying to get to Kupp, but number 33 of the Bengals defense gets the interception, and that is Scott right there. Let's take a look at the replay of that interception. Great job by Nick Scott to cut the pass off and to let the ball fall into his hands for that interceptions, which will allow Joe Burrow and company to have good field position to start this drive. And on 1st down, Joe Burrow has time in the pocket, sees Jamar Chase open. He's double covered, but gets it through anyway, and they move from the 50-yard lines to the 29-yard line for a gain of 21. And my correction, that was T. Higgins on the catch. And on 1st and goal, Joe Burrow has time in the pocket, but collapses on the left-hand side as he rolls towards the left. And Hoyt is there to sack Joe Burrow for the loss, forcing them to move back to the 16-yard lines for a 2nd and goal. The Bengals get no more yardage from the 16 and are forced to settle for a field goal. And just like that, we are all tied up at 3 apiece. And on 2nd and 10, Stafford has some time in the pocket, but the left edge gets unblocked and Hendrickson gets the sack, making it a 3rd and 17 as the Bengals decide to call for a timeout. And let's see what Matthew Stafford and company can do here on the 3rd down, as he calls an audible to try and get some crossers down the middle of the field. Let's see what Matthew Stafford and company can do here. And he has Cooper Kupp open down in the middle of the field, and he takes it for a 1st down, heading towards the 2-minute warning, taking it down to the 39 of the Rams. And on 2nd and 10, Stafford has time in the pocket and hits the crossing Cooper Kupp for a nice gain after catch. And with that, Cooper Kupp takes it down to the 32-yard line of the Cincinnati Bengals. Let's take a look at that catch one more time, as Cooper Kupp came all the way from the left-hand side to the right side of the field and took it upfield. He went east to west to north, and what a great run and catch by Cooper Kupp. And on 1st and 10, Cooper Kupp has his X factor, and once again they go with the same route that had the big gain previous on this drive, and that makes it 1st and goal at the 7 for the Los Angeles Rams. It is now 3rd and goal for the Rams, and Matthew Stafford has time in the pocket, and he has someone going far post, and that is number 12, Van Jefferson, for that touchdown reception. What a great run, and what a great find by Matthew Stafford for that connection, for that touchdown before the end of the half. And look at that separation, and look at that perfect throw, and getting both 2 feet in for the touchdown reception. And the Rams take a 10-3 lead over the Cincinnati Bengals with 14 seconds remaining in the half. Joe Burrow and company take it down to the 19-yard line, and on 4th and 1, they decide to kick a field goal, making the score 10-6 in favor of the Rams, cutting the lead down to 4. The Rams are eating up the clock as much as possible as they started in the third quarter and only leave a minute 21 remaining in the game, forcing the Cincinnati Bengals to have to use their timeouts to stop the clock. And on 2nd and goal, they decide to go for another run, and right up the middle, Cam Akers gets through to score the touchdown. And what a drive by Cam Akers, running the ball all the way from their end of the field all the way down to the end zone, capped off by a 2-yard run by Cam Akers. And with just over a minute left and no timeouts remaining, it'll be a very difficult task for the Bengals to try and overcome as the Rams take a 11-point lead. And on 1st and 10, Joe Burrow is out in the shotgun and taking some time, and Aaron Donald pushes his way off of the left tackle, pushes him to the ground, and forces a 2nd and 18 for the Bengals. And once again, Aaron Donald sacks Joe Burrow, making it a 3rd and 26. And this is not the drive that the Bengals were hoping for. And on 3rd and 26, Aaron Donald gets a 3rd consecutive sack on Joe Burrow, making it a safety for the Bengals. And with that, that should seal the game. But that left tackle's got to do a better job against one of, if not one of the best current defensive players in the league. And the Rams will now take victory formation and run out the clock. And with that, the Rams defeat the Cincinnati Bengals 19-6 in Cincinnati at Paycor Stadium. If you like this type of content, like and subscribe. Appreciate all the support, and we'll be covering Madden and the NFL season for the rest of the duration. Take care, and we'll catch you in the next one.